Hi, I'm Mike Morales. You've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our platforms. We're in two different time zones, folks. I'm Mike Morales in San Antonio, Texas, and that gentleman is.
Felipe de Herrera. I'm in the UK, Essex.
That's it.
Come visit.
He's in the UK, and yes, it's 6 hours. It's 6 hours, 5 hours from Texas.
It's 20 to 10 in the evening here.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah. Oh, well, that's late. Okay, well, we better hurry up.
that's not.
We're breaking into your drinking hours, so.
I'm not going to be up till Tuesday, so don't worry about it.
There you go. We're very excited. This is our first ever on Tequila Aficionado Bacanora. And this is coming to us from Novel Spirits and I believe it's M&A Wine and Spirits out of the UK. They are related. They are two different branches of the same company. And this is our first Bacanora. Now, Felipe and I, we've been dissecting it probably longer than we should, but it's such a new spirit to us using Augustifolia Ha, and it's 100%. It does have its own denomination of origin. It is out of Sonora, Mexico. This particular brand, I believe, is being it is being curated by two women, which is really unusual, and kudos to them. The one lady, Adriana Torres de la Huerta, and also she has a partner she's kind of like the partner in crime, and her name is Alma Lourdes Peña Gomez, and the two of them have brought Pascola to the importers, and this is the first of several Bacanoras. They've promised us several more Bacanoras, so you and I will be experimenting with these throughout its. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm really anxious to, the Blanco. Again, as you can see, I've been through like a third of the bottle. They're all at 42 ABV. Did they say how long it's been aged for this añejo?
At least a year, so
Okay.
12 months.
Well, yeah, so it has to be 12 months. I mean, for tequila, it has to be 12 months. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what the normas say for Bacanora. Now, this does have its own denomination of origin that was granted to the state in 2005. It was illegal in the 20th century, and since 1915, I think it was moonshine, and till what, 95?
92. It's only been legal for 26 years.
Yeah. So, for those of you who, I was telling Felipe a story about the first person that I know of that was drinking Bacanora as a young man was Roger Klein of Roger Klein and the Peacemakers and Mexican moonshine tequila. He grew up in southern Arizona and would tell me stories about how he would help his grandfather on the ranch, and the guys would, after a hard day's work, they would share some Bacanora, and it's like, really, man, I thought that really was moonshine. That was not, that wasn't even legal. But I love it that he has that, that he has that background, that palate for the rustic and the more authentic flavor. So, I like the legs and tears and the color on this one. Look at,
Yeah.
if you didn't know what you were drinking, what does it look like? Looks like a nice whiskey, doesn't it?
It does. It looks like a very. I'm not too sure if that's how much a deeper color that is to the Repo.
Well, can you see mine? This is on the Glencairn I'm
That's,
using.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
proper golden, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's actually deeper and richer than it looks like. It comes in a frosted bottle, so that could be that could be a little deceptive, I think. But yeah, the Reposado was like a light gold color, and I'm not sure if you can even see what I have. Here's the Repo right there. Of course, my lighting's a little bit different here.
Yeah,
I still have plenty of daylight left out here in Texas. So, but
that is different. It's deeper.
it's
Definitely.
deeper. Yes, And the legs and tears, really pretty. It's not glycerin clingy or anything. It just sheets beautifully, and it's not too runny, which is nice.
Wow.
It's very pretty, very attractive in the glass. Oh, hello.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah. Well, that's it, folks. We're done.
Adios. Hasta pronto.
Adios. See you later. Oh my goodness.
Where's the oak? Where's the wood?
It's there.
It's just, but it's
Well, yeah. It's almost like we're resmelling the blanco, the silver, but the wood notes are still there. Maybe it just needs to open up a little bit more, but
yeah. Especially after the repo,
yeah,
I was expecting I was expecting a little bit more.
a little bit more wood on the nose.
Yeah, but I mean it's there for sure. But the first impression is that it's not as much as I thought there would be.
So you're disappointed.
In general,
In
existentially.
No, not in life in general. Come on.
No, not at all.
I mean, as it pertains to the glass, ding dong. Oh my goodness. Really? You went there with me? Oh, well, that's it. Our show's done now.
And that, folks, is why I drink.
That's it, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Now, I'm liking that though, getting swiftly back on track.
Yeah. Now, it's almost as if it's opening up, and it's. I don't want to say they're clashing. It's trying like they're taking turns. It's going like it's going back and forth. They're trying to balance themselves. Like one pass you'll get wood, one pass you'll get more plant. And you didn't go through any of the. You've just popped those all open, right? So it wasn't like you had any at all, right?
No.
Yeah. The funny thing is the fruit of this plant combined with the wood reminds me a little bit of old school Chinaco, where you would taste a little bit of pear, just a hair of some pear, like a dried pear maybe, or some dried fruit maybe. But it's just a whisper.
It does kind of remind me of the Blanco, but different.
Well, yeah.
You know,
There's a lot going on in here.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost got some floral to it, but then no.
It doesn't. I don't detect the sweeter notes that we did in the reposado, because I did get like caramel and honey, that you normally would get from a whiskey barrel,
That is still impressive.
I'm even getting some mint, but I think that's the wood that's doing that. I'm getting like just a whiff of mint, but I do that. I get that a lot from whiskey barrels. It's the char will give me like an herb, like a spearmint, or something, and it's just just a whiff. See, and I don't get the spiciness. I think I got more of the spiciness, and I'm talking more like oven spiciness in the repo than I am getting off of this one.
The thing is, as well, with this, is it smells clean. It smells clean, do you know?
Yeah. Well, again, just to let you know, this is I've been through a third of the bottle in one night, just watching TV. Not keeping track. And I told Felipe, I said, "There's no buzz. I'm literally not. there are some mezcals where I have two drinks, maybe a little bit more than this,
Yeah.
and I'm good. I'm satisfied. And there's some tequilas take more or less, but with this Bacanora, it's going down dangerously quickly. And the only effect that I had with the Blanco was that it opened up my appetite. I was hungry, which,
Yeah.
I've heard that said about some sotols, for instance, when I was talking with Felipe off camera, that the family, the Jaques family that makes Por Siempre, when I asked him, I said, well, what's the buzz like? And he goes, honestly, you get the munchies. and and that's, I think that's a sign of a very clean spirit,
Yeah.
where it's a 42 ABV, folks, so it's no lightweight.
Mm.
It's not Mexican bottling either, so it's not like a 38 or 36 like some tequilas will come that way.
Do you get the munchies for anything specific? Do you like, is it like sometimes you could get more a craving from like maybe something carby
Well,
or
see,
something.
when I say munchies, I just mean I get hungry. It's not like
Just in general, right?
no, but not like a craving. Like I crave chips or salsa or guac or meat
Mm.
or something like that. It's just I just get hungry. It's like an aperitif will open your appetite. That's what it's designed to do. A digestif,
yeah.
you have a digestif. You wait till after dinner and it helps digest. And this one just opens up your appetite, so you get hungry for whatever it is you get hungry for. And I've heard that said about other Mexican spirits, but I gotta dive in. I gotta taste this.
Yeah, I was gonna say
This
this.
is really.
Ah, that's interesting. That's almost like that's almost like a reverse from the repo. When you get a hit, what I had then, so with the repos, you get like a hit and then it dissipates. It's in my mouth. There's not a lot, and then I swallow, and then all the flavor comes out.
Right. Yeah. I was going to say there's a lot more action on the finish and the retronasal, probably from mid palate on, is where all the action is.
Yeah.
Because the smoky nose doesn't go away. It's there. It's not, like I say, it's not offensive in any way. It is part of the aromas and the aroma profile. For me, the more of this I had during the evening that I've had these, the more the smoke clung to my palate. Coated my palate, kind of like having just a cigar. When you have a cigar without any chaser of any type, like a coffee, where you're cleansing your palate. When there's no palate cleanser to go with it, and you're just having a cigar, or like you said earlier, it gets in your hair or your clothes. That's the taste. That's the only effect that I'm getting, and it's really weird because I don't get that from mezcals.
No.
This is the first of a Bacanora where the smoke coats your palate. It's really interesting. And it's a gradual coating. It's almost like I tell people when you had salsas that are made with habaneros, a good salsa with a habanero, you're going to go for 1 chip, 2 chips, 3 chips, and you get to like 4 or 5, and then the heat becomes gradual. The oils start to stay on your palate. Then you got to back off until that calms down, and then you go back for more, because that's an art to play with chili peppers like that. And so I'd imagine it's the same way, with a mezcal or a Bacanora. It's just a gradual smokiness that overtakes your palate.
It's I'll take this one over the repo, though.
I thought you would. I thought that because ahead of time I knew that Felipe and I would be doing these because the importation company is also based in the UK. So obviously Felipe is going to be our guy there, and I thought that you would like this the best Because you said in the reposado you were perturbed because it was confusing to if you're not used to having this kind of a Mexican spirit, you're not sure where to go with it. You're kind of pulled in like three different directions. Thankfully, I've had sotols, and so I kind of knew kind of what to expect. But every agave spirit's different. So and I've had several now from out of the denomination of origins of tequila and mezcal. But I'm really impressed by the way this plant behaves in wood.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
The process, from what we've read, the process is wood and it is a brick and stone oven baked. Yeah. I guess they use this is fed with wood. That's how it's heated, with mesquite wood. So I'm not sure about the fermentation part of it. They probably macerate it with a stone wheel. I think that's what we found out.
Yeah. And
then they take this and the fibers and throw it into fermentation. I'm not sure what the distillation process is. This spirit is so new, and there are so many questions about this particular line. That that we're being introduced to.
Yeah. Well, the Blanco I've got down as being double distilled. Right. But nothing for the other two. Well, I couldn't find anything on the other two.
I imagine the other two, they have to be double distilled, or at least again the normas for tequila and the normas for mezcal are two different things. But ordinarily, there's a double distillation just for safety's sake,
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be drinking the fusel oil, but anybody who distills knows that double distillation is what it takes to remove all the bad alcohols, and then what you have left is the hand of the maker and the process up until that point. So, we know it's double distilled. It probably starts off with the silver, and from what I can tell, it goes down really, really well. Almost dangerously well. So, would you be tempted to pair this with a cigar?
Yeah, it'd have to be mild, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Nothing too overpowering.
Lovely nose. Whatever the wood that they're it's an oak that they're resting it in. We're assuming it's whiskey as opposed to bourbon.
I tell you, if you can get your hands on a Oya de Monterey, something like an Epicure, that would probably go well with that. Just so happens I have a couple.
Yeah. We know what you'll be doing after we sign off.
After I put it in the margaritas.
Yeah, after you're floated on your margarita, yeah. I'm totally impressed with how this is.
Yeah.
Again, this company and Bacanora, all other agave spirits need to step up, I think, because of the uncertainty in the tequila industry, the unrest in the mezcal industry that we're going through right now. I think other agave spirits from other states, with or without a denomination of origin, should be poised to pick up the slack, because the craft trend has influenced a lot of consumers, where they're going to be looking for the next crafty thing, and I think Bacanora should obviously take a nice chunk of that craft market.
You know what I like about this as well is that when I was in one of the tequila fests, they had different mezcals, and there was I can't honestly think of the name of the brand, but you could get the mezcal and it would tell you from what field it come from. Do you know? And you could pick bits and pieces, and there's this one, and like if you have a child, you don't give them too many options for dinner. Fish and chips or fish fingers or I don't know, mole or something. Do you know what I mean? This is just like, there it is. It's in the bottle. and it's really, really good. There's nothing too complicated about it. You don't have to sit down with Pascola and go, well, do I want it from this field or one a mile away? You know, it's like,
Yeah.
I think they're on a winner with that, because that will be if you see it on the shelf, like Blanca, you take it. Whereas the other ones, when you have these very specifics, you would stand there for like half an hour on your phone trying to Google which one goes. You know, it's yeah, I'm good with that.
The thing of it is, I understand the norma, the denomination of origin for Bacanora, it can only be made from one plant, to my knowledge. Whereas Mescal, you know, you have this variety of plants, and as I said, you know, Lisa prefers one plant over the other. I think we've all had enough espadín that you know, that's when the other plants became more popular, because each one brought a different flavor profile to the show. But you're right, with Pascola, you know, if it's only made from one plant, then really the only difference is the hand of the maker and the process.
Yeah.
And the gals that are bringing this to us, the gals who are curating this to be imported into the United States and the UK, have done a great job sourcing where they're getting, who is producing it. You know, we don't know a whole lot. We don't know if it comes from several producers. We don't know if it comes from one producer. We don't know if they're the ones distilling it. I don't think so. But again, you know, I could be wrong. There's a lot of things, a lot of questions that need to be answered. But you're right. The nice thing is, it's a simple choice. Do you like it, and do you like it aged or not? And then you just go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with the aging of it as well. Like you said before, usually you go for the silvers, the blancos for it, and you know that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, just to give it that twist on it. I mean, I'm sure there's obviously other mezcals, etc., that do that. But I like that. It's just, it gives you the nice choice of it, and it's not. In neither of them is the smoke overpowering at all. It's just I could drink all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know,
just happily.
The beautiful part of it is this plant it has the characteristic, has enough character in it that you don't, right now, you don't have to go looking for other plants. You know, this plant has enough character to keep you guessing and experiencing it. You know, for quite a while. You could play just with the nose. You know, like I said, I really enjoyed my time. It's just, I'm really surprised that it goes down as smooth as it did. And when I say smooth, I don't mean the flavor profile. What I mean is it seems to disappear quite quickly.
It's easy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too easy. Smooth is the wrong word. It's too easy. It's too dangerously easy. And then, you know, maybe that's a good thing for the Bacanora industry. It's in its infancy right now. So
I don't know what the palate of the majority. I don't know what it's like, but a lot of people don't like. It was like in England with food. You can go into like a restaurant and say, "Oh, this is incredibly spicy." You order it and you go, is it, like, what's going on? Because they have to accommodate for the majority palate, right?
Right.
And the people that I've met over the years don't go for the strong, overpowering flavors and everything. And smoke is it's a very distinctive flavor, isn't it?
Yes.
But if you can get a smoky drink where it's not overbearing, you get like a nice hit of oak and everything that we've had with it, I think you could be on a winner with it. It would be good. It would be good to try other Bacanoras to see how they compare.
You see, you're hooked, aren't you?
No, I can stop anytime I want.
It's exactly what I said. This is congratulations to Novel Spirits. Brand of promise, I think, in the Bacanora category, it is at a 42 ABV. You will be seeing a lot of this come summertime. And congratulations to these folks for really being on the cutting edge. I think they are really poised to make a big splash. Congratulations to them and to the two gals that brought that are curating this brand to bring to us in the UK and the US. Thank you, Senor, for staying up late with us. I appreciate that. And you've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our platforms. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. If you're watching us on listening to us on Blog Talk Radio, that's the gentleman whose beautiful brogue you've been hearing, the dulcet tones of Felipe Herida. And
dulcet,
yeah. Look that one up in the dictionary, pal.
I quite like that. I'm on my Christmas list.
Hey, I still got to figure out what the hell existential meant. Anyway.
Next week, I'm going to use the word pericombobulate.
Please do. You've been watching Sipping Off the Cuff, and hey, stick with us. We're everywhere where you need to be. But whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely, folks.
I'm Mike Morales. I'm CEO of Tequila Aficionado Media, and I just wanted to thank you for watching Sipping Off the Cuff. We love doing these reviews for you. Now, if you're an Agave Spirits brand owner and you're watching this, there are 3 things that I'd like to talk to you about. Number 1, if you'd like us to review your Agave Spirit on Sipping Off the Cuff, just send me an email, mike@tequilaaficionado.com. It won't cost you a dime, and I promise you'll get an honest review. Number 2, if your brand has been nominated, past or present, as a brand of promise, we can help you promote your brand effectively and affordably over on the tequila PR side of things. Just email me, mike@tequilapr.com. And number 3, if your brand has ever been a Brand of Promise nominee or a winner, you automatically qualify with us, or to go with us, on our next promotional tequila tour. So shoot me an email, tours@tequilaaficionado.com, and I'll send you all the details on our upcoming tequila tour. That's it. Thanks again for watching. Sip wisely.